Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Lady of Huntington. We're about to make some cupcakes and we're going to be making some raspberry chocolate cupcakes. Now this is a cheats way of doing it. It is a packaged or a boxed a boxed cupcake, as you would call it, I imagine. It's not actually in a box, it's in a plastic container. But where I actually buy these from, it's the little shop that sells a lot of cake supplies. So cake decorating supplies and fondants and things like that. So they actually make this up. So my husband really enjoys this one, so we're going to actually fill it with Nutella just to keep that chocolate theme going. And then we're going to make an icing to put on the top, and we'll ice that and decorate that with some chocolate. So it's going to be very, very chocolatey, but it's one that he likes. We'll also make some cookies, just some basic cookies, whether it be chocolate chip cookies or something like that. You know, we've done those not long ago, but that is one of the things that our family love, is chocolate chip cookies. And we have nothing like that here at the moment. So we're going to be making that, and I also need to be popping some bread on. The slow cooker is on, that's got our dinner in it. I made that earlier. And guess what? The Pinot did have a little bit more in it. I decided while I'm cooking, do you like my cup? I quite like it. It does have a screw top lid and a straw, but I don't want to drink out of the straw. So I really like this. It's great for my hands. It's easy to hold. So I'm going to have some Pinot Noir while I do some cooking. So grab your coffee, grab your cup of tea, or grab yourself a wine or something like that, and sit back, enjoy, relax, and have a drink with me while we do some cooking, guys. Okay, I've got our mix. So this is what it looks like. This is how it comes. It's choc raspberry mud cake, and it gives you all of the instructions there. So let me tell you. We're going to add the mud cake mix and 2 eggs, 130 mils of water to a mixing bowl, and then we're going to blend that with an electric mixer on low speed for 1 minute. Then we're going to drizzle in 70 mils of vegetable oil while mixing on medium speed for 1 minute. And it says do not overmix. We're going to pop it into some patty cake tins, like the little round paper cup type things. So let's get started and let's get this underway and go from there. You might hear one of my kittens meowing because I can hear her down there. She's in her room. She's not long had her lunch, so she's not hungry. She's just wanting to come out and play with Dakota. Now, Dakota has just come back inside, so Dakota's not ready to play just yet. Anyhow, let me have my drink. I never liked red wine, but I quite like that. Alrighty, so we're going to add the eggs. Excuse, I have so much mess here at the moment, it's not funny. Do you like my chicken? My chicken keeps my eggs. I've got another huge amount of eggs over there, but I want to use these babies first. I'm going to move you so you can actually see what we're doing. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? Okay. Might move this little baby in. I might get an actual glass bowl so you can see better. Would that be helpful? I think it might be. As I get a little bit more confident and get things going more, I guess, yeah, things will change a little bit. So the 2 eggs and 130 mils of water, which I have already measured out in the bowl with an electric mixer, which we have right here. We'll pop that on slow and start that process going. I'll be baking for the rest of the day, guys. Hopefully we won't be the drunk cook by the end of it. Anyhow, we'll see. Water, mixing bowl. Drizzle with the oil. Where's our oil gone? Here it is. Oops, drizzle in our oil. And our oil is getting everywhere as oil does. Just grabbing a cloth to wipe up that mess. I don't want oil running around my bench. Alright, there we go. Okay, so now we'll turn that up a little bit. Can you see the colour of it? It's nice and rich. You can see that it's got the red flavour colouring through it. Alright, we won't overmix because it's told us not to. If nothing else, I can read a recipe. Alright, let me just grab those things that I need. I'll be back in one sec. Alrighty, so we have our tray with our paper cases inside already. Now, I think I may have said to you before that my scoop had seen better days. So I'm just going to use this little cup and do it this way because the mixture's that little bit too runny just to use a spoon. Can you see how red this mixture is? A lot of food colouring obviously in here. I do prefer to do things by scratch, but you know, we've been buying this mixture probably now for about 4-5 years, and it is one of my husband's favourites, so who am I to argue with him? If it's his favourite, well, that's what he gets. Well, it's nice every now and then just to be able to bake something nice and quick and easy. I really need to get a ice cream scoop though. It's this is starting to get very frustrating. But anyhow, I always seem to forget when I'm anywhere that may actually have them because I don't go out very often. It's not like I can just grab it the following day when I'm in town. I try to avoid a town like the plague. A bit of a recluse. I like being in my own home environment. Doing what I want to do when I want to do it. So tell me guys, other than what you are doing on YouTube now, what other things have you done in life? Like, what are your interests? My husband has been very, what should I say? Very loving when it comes to me swapping and changing all the things that I want to do in life. He's let me go ahead and do whatever I want when I want because he knows, you know, really can't be any other way because I kind of get set on something that's really what I want to achieve and want to do it, and then I'll keep at it until I manage to get it and do it. Like we've done miniature pigs, we've done miniature goats, we've done horses. The girls grew up on horses. We've done rabbits. I bred rabbits. I brought rabbits in from the mainland because I couldn't find any of the breed that I wanted here, and I wanted to do meat rabbits. So you know, he set me up everything to do all those things. And you know, now when I say, honey, I want to do cats, or I want another German Shepherd, or he goes, I remember doing da 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 da. Quite amusing, but he still puts up with me. So I'm very, very lucky. I don't want to overfill these, but I don't want to have to wait around just to put another couple in. So there's only this little bit here, so that's why I'm trying to scrape just even another teaspoon in each to try and use it up. without overflowing it. The dogs are cool. You can hear knives and forks or something. Something's clanking, or there must be food around. Alrighty. That's right. I can't understand why my husband likes it. It is nice. The mixture. My oven is on, so I'm just popping these in the oven now. And that is in. So that's the first lot. Let me clean this mess and then we'll start our cookies. Guys, I've decided that what I'm going to do is I'm going to make just the cupcakes in this video. I will also make the cookies and whatnot today. However, I will upload that video separately. Otherwise, if I continue to keep on putting things that I'm doing throughout the day on one video, it's going to make the videos way too long for you. I do have some long videos out there and I think they're very time consuming for you to have to sit there and watch, and I don't want you to have to do that. See this mess? That is those of you that are like me, have big boobs, I call it my veranda. It catches everything. So that was where I was tasting the mixture of the raspberry cupcakes. Evidence. It's not my wine, it's the cupcake. Anyhow, let's get on with making the icing. Okay, so I'm going to make the buttercream icing. So I'm going to use half a cup of butter to 2 cups of icing sugar. I have run out of, what do you call it? Let me find it. The vanilla. I've run out of vanilla. I actually had the container upside down and it had dripped out everywhere, so it was no good, and I haven't been to the shop to get any more. So we're not going to add vanilla. However, I would normally add vanilla. And I would normally put my balloon whisk on my KitchenAid. However, I'm feeling a little lazy today and I don't want to have to clean this in a minute. So I've just got on my normal, can you see? Yeah. Let's bring it back in closer now that I've washed it all. What do you call this guy? Just a paddle, and it's got the silicone on the side to scrape around the sides of it more so. So what I like to do is to put my butter in first and then whip that until it's nice and creamy. Now I have not, I'm not measuring it. I'm just going to go, you know, pretty much what I think, just eyeball it. It's been out and it's hot here at the moment because I've just turned the heat pump off, but I did have on the heat pump as well as the fire and the oven, and it was all getting a little bit too hot. So this will only take a short period. So while we let that go, so we'll be doing half a cup to 2 cups roughly of icing sugar. And if we need more, we can add more along the way. And I'm going to also put in some cocoa powder to make it chocolate. Okay. As you know, I don't normally sift things, but I'm going to sift the icing sugar. Why is it every time I get on here to do something, my battery says it's almost flat? Probably because I've had this iPhone 10 since they first came out. Had nothing but trouble with it. And they did say to bring it back, but you know, at the end of the day, I didn't. My fault. Okay, so I've got half a cup here, and that was a huge half a cup, so I'll just put in a little less there. And we'll get that going down through there. We'll use this just to push it through. Just to make sure there's no lumps. I'll probably come out with the attachment on anyhow, but you know, just so I look like I'm doing the right thing and look like I might know what I'm doing, guys. Really don't. I just have fun doing all of this, as you know. And if you enjoy having fun and you want to come along and join me, well and good. I think I've made enough cupcakes over the time to kind of know roughly how much icing, sugar and so forth I need. But that's not to say that I might not be using more today. Who knows? And if you make a mess when you're cooking, like I do, we'd get along really well. Let's give that a bit of a mix. I'm not sure. Whoa. I didn't like to go faster, guys. Maybe I should have put my balloon whisk on. You know what it's like when you're having a day where you want to bake or you want to do something, but at the same time you're kind of feeling a little bit and you don't know whether you want to bake or not, but you know you really should. That's the day I'm having. I feel like I should be looking at you when I'm talking to you rather than you're looking just down at the bowl all the time. Kind of not getting a lot of what's happening up around here. That's looking pretty good. What do you think? Let's stop it and push down the sides. Push down the sides and scrape it all off, just like this. Probably not a lot of icing there. Maybe I should have done the format that I would normally do. What do you think? Should we add some more? Why not? Taste that little bit there. Oh, that's nice. So we'll put... Do you think it's going to work out if we just add it in now? Well, you know me. Let's just do it. Let's just put some more of this in. I didn't put it through the whisk. Do you think that cooking is a science? Do you think I should be measuring everything out 100%? Or do you think just winging it may or may not work? Let me wash my hands while you ponder that question. Obviously, there are some recipes that you don't muck around with, and there are some that you can. And I guess if you've made the same recipe over and over again, and you know that it's not going to change much, another drink of my wine. Looks fine to me. It's mixed in nicely. We will scrape down the sides again, but the actual icing itself, except for the parts on here that have not mixed in as yet, are looking pretty good. Take that off there for a second. A little bit easier to try and get everything combined. Make sure everything underneath. Oh, I can hear the Berman kittens down there wanting to get out. Come and have a play. Their playtime now by the sounds of it. Okie dokie. All right, let's give that another whiz together. Put that down there. Lock you in. Alrighty, and off we go again. tea towel is dirty already. Looking pretty good. Okay, let's give that a taste. Look, it's really nice and, oops, really nice and soft. It's really, really good. You'd probably enjoy it. Let's get this off. I can smell those cupcakes. I'll go and give them a check. Let's see where we are with those little babies. Hello, Risen. I'm just going to turn them around. So my oven does bake unevenly. They are, could pull them out now, but I'll just give them another minute. Just because I think they'll be really, really ready and set for us to pull them out in a minute. And then we'll let them cool down and we'll take the center out of them again, fill them with Nutella or something chocolatey. We'll bag up our icing sugar and we'll pipe that on. And we'll see how they all turn out. Okay, so our cupcakes are out. They're cooked really, really nicely. Take them out. They're still hot. And then we'll let those cool down. And we'll get the other couple of things ready that we need to do to actually make these guys look presentable. I think if you would like me to do more serious videos, as in the exact ingredients and exactly what I'm doing, please let me know. Or are you happy just to have me wing it and throw it together? If you're after an exact, I'm happy to do that as well. I'll just make sure that, yeah, I get that done for you. So these are all of our cupcakes. I think they've turned out really nicely. Now this mix, guys, I would normally do these sort of cupcakes if I was baking with my granddaughter, for instance, over in the sink. Because it's something nice and easy that she could do as well. So we might actually do a baking day with my granddaughter. And you can watch as she actually cooks and experiments with what she wants to do and how she would like to actually decorate and things like that. We've had a few days where she's come up and done that. It's been quite fun. So tiring for Nana at the end of the day, but fun as well. Okay, guys, I was wondering whether or not you would have a preference for the chocolate transfer sheets. Considering it's chocolate raspberry, I would be going with the green. This I would probably go with an orange, possibly. They are a maybe. This one is just white. I don't think I'm going to do that one either. That would be an orange, I would think. Flavour-wise, I'm talking about. Let's go with the butterflies. We'll pop that together and see how they turn out. Okay, so we're going to melt some chocolate first and foremost, and I'm going to melt mine in the microwave. And as you probably know, you only do it for like 5 seconds at a time, and then you stir it, put it back in. So it's a little bit of a process, but I'll go and do that. Then I'll come back and show you it melted. Okay, our chocolate is melted. So that's a nice consistency. So we're going to pop this onto our transfer sheet. Now, I'm a bit of a chocolate snob, so and also an angulated one of these is the best to do this. And I can't seem to find where mine is. But anyhow, I'm just going to do this. And then we need to leave it to set and so we can play with it some more. I just popped the actual sheet onto this board so it was easier for me to maneuver if and when I want to move it from here. If I want to put it in the fridge or anything like that, it's just easy to pick up when it's on this. This is another thing my granddaughter would love to play with. Now, as I said, I'm a bit of a chocolate snob. I only eat Cadbury's chocolate or Belgium chocolate. I have run out of the Belgium chocolate that I would normally use to play with chocolates. So this is, although it is Cadbury's, it is just a compound chocolate. So there's no fear I won't be licking this bowl. That's not the taste I desire. So that's that done. Right, now we'll get on, I'll move this over to the side. Pop that to wash, leave that there to dry. And I shall wipe that down. We're going to take our centres out. So I have my trusty little centre plucker. And you've seen me do this before. All I do is place it into the centre, pop it down, turn it, and it pulls it out nice and clean. And we have a perfect little centre for our cupcakes. I'm just going to grab a little plate to pop those on. Always seem to forget that bit. This sauce will do just fine. It's going to be the best to sit that so you can see it. Down here. There we go. Alrighty, so let's keep on getting these out. They're actually really nice, the centerpieces. As I've said to you, I think before, I'm not a real cake person or a biscuit person, except for when they first come out of the oven and they're hot, then I like them. And this is a much better whole size for this size cupcake. The other one, I think I said to you, if you saw the video before, it was too big. By the time we put the lemon curd in and then you take it out, it was, the paper cases weren't these ones that I used. They were a stiffer one, and my husband said that they actually stuck to the cake. It didn't actually give way from there nicely. And you want it to give way nicely. My hands are starting to play up more so because I'm quite hot at the moment. So if you know that I have MS, you know that when I'm hot, or you may not know, when I get hot, my body stops working as best as it can because the heat and the cold both affect my MS. But that's okay. I'm just playing and having fun. Let me taste one of our little centres. As you can see, it looks, where is my camera? There, my hands are in the way. It looks really nice. It's moist. Very nice. Wash it down with a drink. They are very nice and moist. So they need to cool just a little bit more before we actually put the icing on. That was just my Coles online order popping up to say it's on its way. Ran out of coffee, so I had to get some more. Anyway, we'll be back when this cooled down a little bit. Okay, you can see I've got a container of Nutella here. I'll grab a long handled teaspoon. These are warm a little bit still, but they're fine to put the Nutella in, and all I'm doing if you were using something else, or I suppose if you wanted to use a what do you call it, a piping bag, you could fill these nice and easily with the piping bag with something that you liked. Filling can be whatever you want it to be. I know my guys like the Nutella in the center, and we do fill it with different things as well, like jams and fruit compotes and whatnot. But today we're going all out chocolate. Not a huge amount in each one because I think that would be a little sickly, but just a little bit to give them something inside is nice. And especially when you're on the job site doing the work that my husband and my daughter, my son-in-law does. They work very hard, and if you were worried about your weight, you needn't be with these guys because they work it off as quick as they put it in. So it's not something that they need to be concerned about. Although I've just got to smell them, and it says, would you like that on your hips, thighs or bum? So fun when you're cooking. No, unfortunately for me, my medication has put all of this weight on me. Not that, you know, that's something you probably needed to know, but anyway. I just share things with you all. Do you find when you're doing your YouTube videos and things like that, you just start rambling and you talk about, you know, nothing in particular, and start to tell everybody everything about your life? Well, some days I think that's how it must feel for you lot, listening to me ramble on. It's really handy for me because it actually gives me somebody to talk to, because being home by myself the majority of the time does get a bit lonely from time to time, but oh, that's me. I enjoy being by myself, but it'd be lovely the day my husband can retire and actually stay home with me. That's something that I'm really looking forward to. He kind of laughs when I tell him that, because I'm forever, you know, giving him new projects to do. Now, I don't know why I'm going back and filling them up a bit more, just because I think some of them didn't have much in it. But that's not too bad now, I don't think. So I think that's as far as we will fill those up. I did suck on the Nutella spoon. Wash it down. My battery's trying to tell me it's low again. All right, so yeah, we can probably start doing the eye. Okay, so now let's see if I can manage to actually get everything in this piping bag without too much of a drama. I do have a stand for this thing, and I cannot for the life of me find it, but that's okay. Let's give this a try, people. Where's my... I'm looking for my pink spatula, won't be set. And also it's easy to get away with mistakes. Think of it that way. Because there's probably plenty on here. Another little one in there. And that's our cupcake's done. Bring you down so you can have a closer look. Oops. Actually, we'll turn you around. Okay, let's try and get this in here without it going everywhere. Now, I'm not the best cake icer or anything like that. I'm learning and playing as I go. So if you all have any tips for me, please give them to me. I would love to hear what they are. Now, I do have one of my aunties, or actually 3 of my aunties are absolutely magnificent when it comes to decorating cakes and cooking and all of those things. They're on my mum's side of the family. Now, if you're listening, Auntie Kay, Auntie Tut, Auntie Ann, or Auntie Chris, you're all extremely talented. Now, I have said this many times. My mum missed out on that, therefore I missed out on that. My eldest daughter is quite creative, just like my aunties, when it comes to different things. Jamie, if you're watching, you know you are. And my younger daughter, like me, didn't inherit that at all. But we have other good qualities. So, you know, guys, this is just us having fun. So don't think you're going to see anybody doing anything perfect here, because you're not. I'm watching that because I'm thinking it's going to come on down any time. Anyway, let's see if we can get a little bit out first. I know it's down where it should be. There we go. Yeah. Alrighty. Now, just remember, guys, these aren't for sale or anything like that. This is just simply for my husband to have for his, oops, and it's all crooked, for his lunch and you know whatnot in his lunchbox for work. And I probably should have ran a bit wider. And because I, again, can't feel my hands, really don't know how we're going with it. But I think they probably should be out a bit wider. Anyhow, guys, this is just, as I say, for fun. So if we're wanting to learn to pipe, oops, go back in there. One, I probably shouldn't have used this tip. There are lots of other YouTubers out there who are brilliant at this sort of thing. I am not one of them. No, if I was sitting here trying to tell you that I was fantastic, different story, wouldn't it be? I'm happy to learn or take criticism, so if anybody wants to add anything, by all means, tell me how I could improve, or, you know, I think they're all right. That, as I say, they're just not the greatest presentation in the world by any means, but that's okay. It'll do just for lunches. Oh, round and round we go. I don't know why I think it should just be over the top. Anyway. I feel like they're going to fall off the side. Okay, there we go. These little babies, let's give them a little bit more on this outside. Looks like I'm skimping on it. When I look back at it, I go, no, we don't want to do that. We've got plenty of icing. Oops. Yeah. Broke off before I wanted it to. It's okay. Well, I think that'll do, guys. Or do you think I should give some of them a little bit more? I think that'll do. That's enough. Have some left over. Sorry, okay. See how our chocolate is going. Move you little babies down there. See if it's, I think it probably is set enough. See, and when you take it off, it's left us with our beautiful, what do you call it? Butterflies. So what do you think? Our butterflies haven't turned out too bad now, have they? Bring it over so you can see. Can you see? I think they're pretty cute. And then all I do is break it up. And then I'll just chunk some pieces in like that. So that is my bit of fun for the day. I'll just break this up, and what's going to be left over can go into a, you see how they turned out? Will go into a container, and then we can use it for something else, because it's way too much for what we need. But it's handy to have it there. And I would, yeah, just do whatever you want. That's just what I felt like doing today with mine. You could have also, I guess, notched them so they broke, but evenly, if that's what you like. I don't like even things. So this is why I do it this way. And also it's easier to get away with mistakes. Think of it that way. Because there's probably plenty on here. Another little one in there. And that's our cupcakes done. Bring it down so you can have a closer look. Oops. Actually, we'll turn you around. So these are how our cupcakes turned out with our chocolate on them. So yeah, let me know. Oh, that little one over there, I think he needs another piece. Let's give him another big piece. There we go. He only had one. So anyway, guys, that's my cupcakes for the day. I will have a taste and see what I think. Hang on a sec. Okay, guys, this is just for you because I don't normally eat these. So let's see how they are. See if we can get our little cupcake. Oh, not seeing what I'm doing. Our little thing off all right. So yep, if my hands were working, it would be better. So anyhow, that's, whoops, falling apart. Let me taste it properly. I see the Nutella in there, oozing out. Yeah, it's not too bad. For somebody who's not a real cupcake lover, it's not too bad. Anyhow, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell for any new notifications, that pop up when I actually do any new videos. So I'm just going to leave it at the cupcakes for now, and then I'll upload the cookies and whatnot a little bit later on. Thanks, guys. Bye.